everyone. Hi. Welcome to this delayed yoga with Tara. And today is actually just going to be a brief stretching session because I know, as I always say, most of you must be already, of course, at work or doing what you do. And this is just a weird time. I've honestly already had a run, I had a work meeting. And but I can never resist an opportunity to go live with you guys. I love interacting, as you guys know. Hi, HR. Hi, Radio Jockey Vinay. Hi, Sonam. Great to have all of you here. Pooja says, my request, please start yoga with, oopsie, with neck rotations. And by the way, you know me, I love color. So I like to try and just make it look colorful when we do our lives. Um, so, before we start today's session, I have a really important message for all of you. And it is that we really, as a community, need to prioritize good health for us all forever, touch wood. And part of that is clean air, better AQI. It's been really troubling, I think, for all of us here in our beautiful city of Bombay, Mumbai, and across India and frankly globally, that AQI has become really bad in many places. And one of the things we need to do is restrict construction activity. We all witnessed that when there was an air show and 2-3 days of no construction, the AQI was remarkably better. So there have been plans suddenly being voiced about taking over the race course and creating what they call a public park, green park. My sincere request to the powers that be is please leave the beautiful race course as it is. It is already a beautiful green park open to the public. We have grown up going there, walking, running, taking dogs, riding. It is open to everyone. It is actually one of the most beautiful examples of the diversity of our city, where people from all walks of life run, walk, play, enjoy the open space freely. So please, BMC, Iqbal Chahal ji, respected Prime Minister, everyone, all stakeholders, please just leave what's there, the beautiful green park that's naturally there, leave it as it is. It's so weird because in the Archies, the film, they were fighting for a green park. And when we were shooting it, I kept saying to Zoya, this is like what we did with the coastal road, or with now, I mean, now look, it's ironic that the race course, but let's not reinvent the wheel. Please, powers that be, do not destroy a green park to create a fake concretized so-called green park when it already exists. Sorry, I'm so passionate about these things, and sometimes, I feel the only way I am able to express is to talk to all of you, because we're a community. And I'm not some big superstar, I'm not some politician, I'm not some huge activist that can really, I don't know, spread the word that far and wide. But within my community and our kind of people, please spread the word. Tell everyone you know that the race course is already a public green park open to everyone. There are many articles that are trying to say it's elitist and racing is not, for everyone. But the point is, the racing part is a tiny part of the race course, and the track is only shut when there are races, and that too, that's for the safety of the people. It is a beautiful open space, natural. Now when they've created this coastal road, where we all know they've reclaimed 120 hectares when the road needed 20, we know that there's an element of land grab, right? They say it'll be green, and we'd like to believe that, but this is prime real estate. It's unlikely that it'll just be green. It's very highly likely that there will be builders and buildings and things will come up. Now we've already forfeited our coast. Let's not let the race course be taken over too. And I mean this as just a regular layperson, a simple, lover of nature, a mother who wants our kids to be able to go out and play in our city without everything being concrete. And I mean, it's so ridiculous. Today, there's an article in the paper saying we need it to be a public garden, which is going to be like a central park or whatever else. I mean, we have the best green park that we have in Bombay is here. Why would we destroy that and try and fakely create something? Um, Anyway, this is just me. I feel strongly about certain things, and There's a reason I have a show which is all about trying to bring positive change. Uh, I really feel for these things. Sometimes I don't know if it's a good thing because it disturbs me, tremendously, and I feel I have to voice it without being controversial. And yes, there are times when I've said things that might have upset people. Some weeks ago, I did write a post, for example, on my view that secularism is important, but so many people trolled that, and I realized that people have different voices, different opinions. We all have to respect each other and their views. I get that, but it's also important to say what you feel, and we live in a beautiful democracy where freedom of speech and expressing what we feel is intrinsic. So I feel grateful that we have these opportunities to interact. But please, let's save our race course, please. Paki Raju says, what are they trying to replace the race course with? By the way, hi, I was thinking how this was related to the Archies. It's ironic. It's literally like the Archies because they say they want to take it and make it a green park, which it is. So it's hard not to think there's a Hiram Lodge or somebody behind it, a builder perhaps, that wants to build on it. Because why else would you destroy? Why else would you reinvent the wheel? So yeah, thank you, Paki Raju, always for like finding the link. Yes, Pooja, definitely. In fact, we should go. Um, to yoga now. कितने बार प्रेग्नेंट हुई हो? 2 बार, 2 बच्चे हैं मेरे हमारे. Thank you, Rajput. Hi, Nitish. Thank you also for all the lovely congratulations messages for our kids who became Alpha House captain and class rep. It was really, I have to admit, proud mommy moment. Very proud of them. But as always, I always say it's not about winning, losing, winning, winning. It's about giving your best, learning, being kind, being a gracious leader, and but yes, I'm proud of them. I was also house captain of the same amazing house in the same amazing school, so it's like yes, I feel very nostalgic. It's an amazing experience, but of course, the kids have to forge their own path. Um, yes, okay, let's start the yoga. Thank you, Pakiraju. Yeah, it's really amazing because you also watch how kids, develop and grow. And Zen, for example, was not so diligent and all when he was really little. It suddenly happened, and we witnessed it. In fact, during lockdown, Kai is really into his sport, and also he's naturally been quite like that. But it's now all a balancing act. You have to manage work and sport and leadership roles, and but what's wonderful about this school is that everyone at some point gets an opportunity to flourish in what they are good at, and I think that's what's important in life. Everyone's good at different things, everyone has different interests, everyone has different abilities. um, Okay, so I am now going to get on with the yoga. And like I said, sorry I have delayed. It's going to be just very brief. Pooja wanted to start with some neck rotations. So I've said this before, more than neck rotations, just turn your head from side to side. Superb. Superb. Excellent. Okay, now we'll just do basic stretches today. As I said, I've not even put my mat out because today I really wanted to make a plea about saving the race course and all open spaces actually, not just the race course. So stretch up into Tadasana, stretch, stretch, stretch. Super, excellent. Also, yes, guys, thank you for all the support. I did go through a really hard few weeks. Um, And I'd like to tell you that Touchwood, we're all fine. Touchwood, everything's absolutely fine. During that time, I didn't really share much about what I was going through, except with my family, to be honest. And but it gave me so much strength to interact with all of you, and I'm so grateful that we have this. So thank you. Without even knowing it, you guys helped me so much, and I'm through that time. But I just want to say to everyone out there, Life is full of really great times, not so great times, amazing times, fabulous things, whatever. It's a mix of everything. And I learned a big lesson to be strong through it all. Everything is absolutely fine now, touch wood. But during that time, it was scary. But yeah, it's all fine. So thank you once again. Yeah, you know, just wanted to say. Okay, back to the stretching. So let's go into a warrior pose. So right leg in front, left leg back, and gently bounce. We're not going to do a full blown session today. I was very distressed about this race course topic. So I felt, while people are talking about big, peaceful protests or talking to papers or this or that, I said the first thing I need to do is tell my community, because our community, we have a lot of the same views, right? So hopefully we are all able to spread this message and tell people who think the race course is elitist to please go to the race course any evening and watch how people from all walks of life enjoy it. It is really the best open green space we have in our city. And we need to protect it because, like I said, AQI and pollution are really distressing. Superb, guys. Excellent. Smile. Smiling in life always helps. Thank you, everyone, for joining in, for chatting, for interacting. Always grateful. Stretch and hold. Super. Shake it out. Just stretching today. So we're going to just place this leg inside here and hold. Excellent. Sometimes, just finding peace within. So important. I'm no guru of any kind. I'm not some big example. Just learned a lot in these last few months about finding your strengths within and how everyone is strong, even if you sometimes don't think you are. Super. And how everyone has different ways of dealing with things. And I think just so important not to judge. Super. Excellent. Natrajasana, we're going to hold one ankle, stretch it out, look at your left fingertips and hold. Excellent. Other side, clasp your leg and stretch it out and hold. Excellent. Super. Now we're going to do my favorite. And again, only do what you're comfortable with. Do not injure yourself. Stretch it out. Thank you, Puma, for believing in me. I'm not a sports person, but I did recently when I went through this draftfish time. Someone said to me, "You're like an athlete," and I realized that maybe because the kids are so sporty, I tend to. Maybe if I wasn't in the entertainment profession, I would have done something in sport because it really does give me a lot of strength. So, on that note, guys, we're just going to do a little breathing. Very short class today. This was just to touch base and say, speak up for things you feel for, even if sometimes you're in a minority. It's important. Thank you, Paki Raju, for saying we appreciate what you do for us. Thank you for using your voice for important causes. Thank you. And Paki Raju, this little difficult time I went through made me realize more than ever that you have to speak up when you feel things because you always assume someone else will. But Rupak once said to me, if you feel for something, say it because not always somebody else will. Having said that, you have to be ready to take the repercussions. And recently, when I was trolled for something which had never happened to me before, I wasn't able to take it. So I deleted that post. So, everyone's different as well. I'm deep down quite a soft hearted person. So while I say things and all, I have to also be prepared for what, consequences might be. Rushikesh says, Didi, I want to connect live with you on Saturday. I want to chat about your film career and some interesting things we would like to know. So definitely add me. Sure, we'll do that. Hello, Tara ji. Jai Shri Ram. Thank you, Aarti. Same to you. Thank you all. Thanks again, Paki Raju. Okay, so now let's just do 30 Kapal Bhati, where we breathe out forcefully through our nostrils. If you feel dizzy or uncomfortable, stop. Now, when your breath is back to normal, let's take a deep breath in and let's just breathe out saying ah. So, just a loud ah sound. So, breathe in. Ah. Excellent. Now we're going to take a deep breath in, and when we exhale, we're just going to say an O, just a loud O sound. So breathe in. Oh. Now we're going to take a deep breath in and we're going to exhale with keeping our lips together and doing a humming sound. So just a So breathe in. Excellent. Rub your palms together. When your palms are nice and warm, place them on your eyelids. Bend down. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for joining Yoga with Tara and putting up with my rambles. I thank my teacher, Sir Pradeep Pandey, who I've been learning with for about 21 years. And I continue to 3 days a week. I learn from him. Yeah, I can imagine the trolling hurts, but I try to remember what they say tells us more about them than ourselves. You know, you're right, Paki Raju, but when you are at the receiving end of it, it can be hurtful. And I'll admit it, I have always been cautious not to be controversial. Even though I speak up for things, I try to do it in a very polite way. I try and, look at all points of view. So I was alarmed by the intensity of some of the trolling when all I said was we respect all religions and, I just hope politics. But that created a lot of frenzy. And I realized that it from their point of view as well. And I realized that perhaps they do, that they have been not allowed to celebrate religion in the same way as others. So I kind of tried to understand it from all perspectives. Consequently, I deleted the post, not so much out of fear, but more out of respect for all decisions. Having said that, I stand by and I tell my children all the time kindness is one of the most important qualities in being kind goes a long way. Even had a tough time, I realized that the people who really helped me, some of them were just strangers who had just remembered a time when I'd been kind to them. And I feel like that's just lovely. And my dad had a huge legacy of kindness. um, till today, people tell me how much he helped them or how kind he was to them, and it's really touching. Sorry, I get really emotional for some reason in all these conversations. So I have to zip it. The kids are like, "Mama, you're so embarrassing. Stop it." So sorry. Yes, Anurag, we're fine. Thank you. Anurag says, hello, ma'am, after a long time. Yes. And once again, Pakiraju, really touched. You really get what I'm saying. It's sweet. It's really lovely and touching. Thanks, Arnav. Thanks, Kaur. Thanks, Sahil. So, on that note, guys, I won't keep you too long. I know everyone's busy. I've also got to do things that I had put on the back burner when I was going through this little rough period. Um, but now I have to get back to doing those things. Hi, Navneet. Thank you also for all your encouraging messages always. Thank you very much. Hi, Pankaj. Great to have you here too. And yeah, so on that note, I'm going to slowly log out in a few seconds. Love these deep convos. Yeah. I know sometimes I feel I'm just talking to my best friend sitting here, looking into the screen and just looking at all your comments. And I love that we have this community. Even when I went through that hard time, and I was a bit shocked that in what I consider our community, there was so much trolling because I just assumed everyone on here loves me because you're here. But I also appreciate, like I said, that there are different views, different opinions, and we have to always be sensitive to that and not just look at things from our perspective. Um, so, on that note, have a fabulous day, everyone. Really love chatting with you all. And while it seems like it's one sided because I'm speaking, I look at all your comments constantly. So, thank you. Thanks, Dom, for saying so gorgeous. I don't know about that, but thank you. Like I said, thank you, Puma, for the collaboration. Not many brands reach out to me because I'm not some big star or some huge influencer at all. But when they do and when it works out, I know it's a genuine, authentic fit. And I wear Puma all the time. So do our kids. Love the brand. So comfortable, so cool, at the risk of being a little immodest, quite sexy too. Okay, on that note, thank you guys for joining. Have a fabulous day. And yeah, hope we're all healthy, happy, fine, safe forever. Touch wood. Ta-ra, ta-ra, ta-ra. Bye. Bye, Pradhan. Bye, Riaz. Bye, Kishan. Bye. Bye, Dom. Bye, Anurag. Bye, Pakiraju.